policies and waivers in your PMU biz. Don't get caught without them. Like, someone's gonna catch you. The waivers police. Attention all beauty bosses. Here's a PSA from your beauty biz BFF. Your business success is equivalent to the policies and waivers that you implement. I already know what you're thinking. Policies and waivers? Boring. I know you love to do services, and I know you love learning new techniques. You might even love creating content. Well, good for you. But what good is any of it if your business isn't protected? And welcome to my channel. If you're new around here, get ready because this is where I share everything I know about growing a beauty business to multiple 6 and 7 figures. So if that's something you're interested in, you've come to the right place. I've done it twice in my own beauty businesses, and I want to show you how you can do it too. Just like my student Jess, who managed to sell out 5 seats in her last training in one single weekend, in addition to the $7,000 her studio made in services. She accomplished this with the help of strategies that I teach inside of my mentorship program. Before I begin, I have to say this disclaimer. The information provided in this video is for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for legal advice. I am not a licensed attorney and I'm not offering legal advice. If you need legal advice, please consult a licensed attorney in your jurisdiction. If you're a solopreneur, you're probably wearing all the hats in your business and you're desperate to have a break because you're so burnt out with daily tasks. So I'm here to tell you that before you can take a step back in your business, you must implement policies, procedures, and waivers, because without them, you'll be managing people for all eternity instead of having a business machine that can run without your constant supervision. Goodbye, Gucci. Goodbye, Cabo Vacation.
Have you ever stopped to think about how much money you're losing every single day, every month, every year with a calendar that's not fully booked? The answer might surprise you. With our revenue recovery program, let's build your sales machine. Book your free strategy call today. Just click below to find out more.
Policies and waivers for clients. If you're running a serious PMU business, you better have your client policies and waivers in check from day one. These might seem like a nuisance, but trust me, they're going to save you from a lot of stressful moments. And entrepreneurship is stressful enough. Now, client policies. These are your rules and guidelines that establish clear boundaries and procedures for how clients should behave while in your salon or studio. They're put in place to maintain a safe, organized, and fair environment for you, your team, and your clients. Having policies in place allows for an enjoyable experience for everyone involved. Think of them as a set of expectations and mutual agreements between you and your clients. So for example, you might have a 24-hour cancellation policy and a no-show policy. Each policy outlines the rules in your business. You want to make sure everything is clear to the client from the day they discover you so that there are no surprises for either of you. So examples of common policies that you should implement in your business. No-show policy. As a beauty business owner, a no-show fee policy is a must. 30% of people in the beauty industry don't show up. It's a fee charged to clients who don't show up for their appointments without giving notice. It helps cover costs of missed appointments, increases the value of your time and services, and improves the overall client experience. A no-show fee is fair and necessary. It's a necessary policy for any beauty business, and the best part, the more you implement it, the less no-shows you're going to experience. Next question is always, how much should you charge? So when it comes to charging a no-show fee in a beauty business, it's best to research what is the common fee in your area and the industry. Some businesses charge a flat fee, while others charge a percentage of the total service cost. But remember, it's important to be fair and reasonable with your fee. Don't rip off your client, but don't shortchange yourself either. It's common practice to charge anywhere between 25 to 50% of the total missed service. I personally like the latter. Well, half up front. Well, no, you're serious. Well, wasting my time. I don't know. What if you're a competitor and you're just like calling, making fake appointments? This is evil. If you're a competitor, just calling, making appointments, left and right, fake appointments, booking up everyone in town and no showing, touch-ups. As artists, we all know that PMU needs multiple appointments, but our clients aren't necessarily aware that they'll need to maintain their service through regular touch-ups. This includes their initial touch-up and annuals. Make it crystal clear to your client the maintenance, okay? There's maintenance in this whole thing, and the consequences should they ignore your professional advice. This includes not guaranteeing your work if they don't follow through, and even charging an extra fee the longer they go in between appointments. Deposits. Taking deposits is a great way to ensure that your clients are committed to their appointments. It serves as a filter, showing how serious your client is about booking the service. It also helps to cover any costs associated with preparing for the appointment, such as purchasing supplies. So when setting your deposit amount, you gotta consider the cost of the service. So for example, if the service is $500, you should charge a deposit of $100 or 20% of the total cost. I even know people who charge half upfront. Remember to establish a clear policy for what happens to the deposit if the client cancels or reschedules the appointment. So for example, you could have a policy that the deposit is non-refundable, but does qualify for a one-time transfer towards a future appointment. Don't be shy. Taking deposits is a common practice in the PMU industry, and it's a great way to run a smooth and organized business. Lastly, you should have a policy for refunds. Many businesses have a no refund policy for permanent makeup services, but you may choose to have a different policy in place. Whatever you decide, it's essential that your clients are aware of your refund policy before they book an appointment. Moving on to cancellation policies. Having a cancellation policy is a must. This is a set of rules that outline what happens when a client needs to cancel or reschedule an appointment. This is going to save you so much money and so much stress. It helps reduce the number of last-minute cancellations, which can be really freaking disruptive to your schedule and your bottom line. When creating your cancellation policy, it's important to be fair and considerate of your client's needs while also protecting your business. So for example, you could require a minimum amount of notice that your client should adhere to or charge them for a fee for super last-minute cancellations. So here's an example of a script that you can use to communicate your cancellation policy to your clients.
We understand that sometimes things come up and you may need to cancel or reschedule your appointment to avoid any inconvenience. We kindly ask for 24 hours notice. Cancellations with less than 24 hours notice will be charged 50% of the service cost. Claro?
See, sign your life away. Sign right here if you understand. Thank you very much. All right. I accept you as a client. Fantastic.
Thank you for enjoying Magic Carpet for all your travel needs. Don't stand until the rug has come to a complete stop. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Thank you. Goodbye.
Well, how about that, Mr. Doubting Mustafa?
How about that, Mr. Doubting Mustafa?
Now, for one of the most important aspects in your entire business. Ignore this and suffer the consequences because we all know there are clients out there who will challenge you. Waivers! The importance of client waivers in a permanent makeup business cannot be overstated. Not only do they protect the business and its employees from liability, but they also ensure that the client fully understands the risks involved and consents to the procedure. Put it simply, waivers could protect you from any legal action. It's like wearing a seatbelt. A properly executed waiver can help prevent this, as it shows that the client was fully informed of the risks and agreed to go through with it anyway. There are risks. There are risks to walking out the door. There are risks to going to the gym. There's risks. There's risks to getting plastic surgery. Heck, there's risks in getting your nails done. There's risks in going to the bathroom after your husband does, and he's been there for a while. We need a waiver at the door, now that I think about it. Disclaimer, muy importante. Look at me right now. Look at me. Waivers are not a substitute for insurance. Say it with me right now. You didn't say it, you just thought it. Say it right now. Waivers are not a substitute for insurance. You said it that time. Good. It is still important for a permanent makeup business to have adequate insurance coverage, as a waiver will not protect the business from all potential liabilities. Waivers will, however, help support your argument should a claim ever be made against you. Like, they knew. As tedious as they can be to fill out, it's always better to have clients sign a waiver and never need to use it. If you're finding this video helpful, I'd love for you to stick around for more. Hit that bell and subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Alrighty then, moving on to team policies. For those of you who have a team, you must master delegating and setting the stage for success. Your entire team has a variety of experiences, backgrounds, and qualities you recognize as being assets to your business, but they won't know exactly how you want your business to run unless you tell them. Creating and implementing team policies not only ensures that every client has the same experience across the board, it also creates a sense of unity among team members. And just like with your client policies, it lays out expectations. These are your rules and guidelines that establish clear boundaries and procedures for how your team members should behave while working in your space. So here's a list of common policies you should include for your team members. Health and safety protocols. This can include things like proper sanitation procedures, infection control measures, and guidelines for handling and disposing sharps. Code of conduct. This should outline the expectations for professional behavior, such as being punctual, respectful, and maintaining confidentiality of client information. Appearance and attire. Is your artist wearing fishnets to work every day? This can include guidelines for hair, makeup, and attire that are appropriate for the salon or spa. Client communication. This can include guidelines for how to handle difficult clients, how to handle complaints, how to maintain client confidentiality, etc., etc. Education and training. This should outline the expectations for ongoing education and training for employees to stay current in their skills and knowledge. I hope you can see why policies and waivers are so important, but I want you to remember this one thing. Your policies are useless unless they're enforced. Once you have them locked in, along with the right people to enforce them, your business will run like a machine, giving you more freedom of time. Client complaint. Reception is always late. Flip-flops to work. Why are you asking for a free touch-up? So instead of managing people and putting out fires, you'll be more focused on managing your policies. If you're confused about how to choose a booking system, you need to watch this video right here as I compare the top 4 in the beauty industry so that you can decide which one is best fit for your business needs. See you later.